25 years later, people are speculating that this interview led to Princess Diana's death.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against her?
Yes, I did, absolutely.
But what Diana didn't know was that the interviewer had tricked her to reveal the royal family's darkest secrets.
She could see the truth, and everybody was denying the truth. She was dismissed as mad.
After the interview aired, the Queen ordered Charles and Diana to divorce, leaving Diana without protection.
My mother was chased to her death.
And those people that caused the accident, instead of helping, were taking photographs of her dying.
Which left many wondering.
If Martin hadn't done what he did, would Diana still be alive?
Tonight on Panorama, the Princess of Wales.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage. A husband who loved someone else.
You really thought that?
I didn't think that, I knew it.
What effect did that have on you?
Pretty devastating. Rampant bulimia. I didn't like myself.
What did you actually do?
Well, I just hurt my arms and my legs.
I've never seen her so vulnerable. It seems like she feels so small. Why did she do the interview?
The royal family had a tight grip on Diana, and they controlled what she was allowed to say in public. So when journalist Martin Bashir, the interviewer, contacted Diana, she saw it as an opportunity to speak her truth. This was the first time Diana had ever spoken so openly.
Diana felt that Prince Charles was living a separate life with his mistress, Camilla Parker Bowles. Prince Charles had his own camp, who would always say Camilla and Charles are just good friends, and to think any more is just outrageous. She was dismissed as mad. She could see the truth, and everybody was denying the truth.
I can't even imagine. Even though you know that that's his side chick, people are trying to convince you that it is not. It's like they wanted to keep up the image of the royal family, of Charles and Diana.
She was just 19 years old when she fell in love with Prince Charles, and what should have been a fairy tale turned into a nightmare.
The press were being unbearable, following my every move. I got no support from Charles, and no support from the press office. They just said, "You're on your own." So I thought, fine. I was able to recognize an inner determination to survive.
As she settled into her new life, she used her voice to speak out for those in need in a way that no one had ever done before.
HIV does not make people dangerous to know, so you can shake their hands and give them a hug. Heaven knows they need it.
And when Diana became a mom, she had a fearless drive to protect her kids from the harassment she'd been getting.
On the way to a tennis lesson, she was so fed up of being chased by guys on motorbikes and in cars that she stopped the car down a side street, and she jumped out the car and went running up to these guys and just shouted and screamed at them while they took photographs of her.
You're doing regular mom things, and they feel the need to put your life and your kid's life in danger every single day.
When her marriage to Charles started to break down, Diana decided to step away from the public eye so that she could put her children's safety first.
My first priority will continue to be our children, William and Harry, who deserve as much love and care and attention as I am able to give.
To myself and William, she was just the best mother ever. It was that love that even if she was on the other side of a room, that you, as a son, you could feel it.
It's like she was meant to be a mom. They were so young, but to this day, she had such an impact. Every time they talk about her, it's like you feel like she died yesterday.
Diana was focused on protecting her kids, but she couldn't protect herself. Not only was she abandoned by Charles, but Martin Bashir had contacted her, informing her that she was being spied on from inside her own home.
Diana was already vulnerable. She was aware that things she was saying in great privacy were getting out into the newspapers.
So Diana decided to take matters into her own hands, secretly setting up a televised interview with Martin to set the record straight. Diana had to go to extreme lengths to make sure that the royal family wouldn't stop her. Martin Bashir and his crew had to disguise themselves as tradesmen to slip into Diana's house at Kensington Palace. And she had dismissed all of her staff for the day because she knew that she couldn't trust any of them.
What a life to live. It's like you're living in a prison in your own home.
Her brother had some suspicions about Martin's intentions, but Diana was so desperate to speak her truth that she went ahead and did it anyway. Which brings us back to the interview.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against her?
Yes, I did, absolutely. I was a problem.
Would it be your wish to divorce?
No, it's not my wish. Our boys, that's what matters.
Do you feel any responsibility for the way the press have behaved towards you?
I never encouraged the media. There was a relationship which worked. before, but now I can't tolerate it because it's become abusive.
So I don't get it. If she had such a bad relationship with the media, then why would she trust Martin?
Well, he had bank statements and hard evidence showing that members of her staff were being paid off by newspapers to spy on her. She thought she could trust him, but it turned out that was far from the truth.
What do you mean?
Well, more than 25 years after her interview was first aired, shocking details about the nature of the interview were revealed.
BBC employees lied, played on her fears, and fueled paranoia.
The documents that Martin used to gain Diana's trust had all been fabricated by a graphic designer he hired. None of them were real.
To go to that extreme, to get an interview, this was for his benefit. He didn't care how this was going to affect her.
Not only had Diana been lied to, but the interview backfired and did more harm for her than good.
The Queen orders Prince Charles and Diana to divorce just weeks after Diana's bombshell BBC interview.
But no matter what the royals put her through, Diana knew what was important. She dedicated her life to bringing attention to causes that had been ignored.
I wanted to support the Red Cross by highlighting its campaign to ban landmines.
All around her are active mines, and she's being photographed by the world's media, knowing that by doing this picture appears in all the newspapers.
I want to bring awareness to people in distress. The fact is, I'm a humanitarian figure, and always have been and always will be.
Diana's death was tragic and sudden, but many believe, including Prince Harry, that it can be linked back to the interview. Prince Harry said, "Our mother lost her life because of this. The ripple effect of a culture of exploitation and unethical practices ultimately took her life."
Was Martin ever held accountable for what he did?
He stepped down from his position at the BBC, and the company did take ownership of their negligence. They donated all the profits made from the initial broadcasting, $1.6 million, to charities that Diana had supported. Diana made sure that no matter what happened, her sons would stay true to themselves and carry on her lesson.
My mum taught me a certain set of values I will always try and uphold.
Excuse me. As a parent, I want to protect children.
I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect.
And when Harry watched his wife suffer the same media scrutiny as his mom, he knew it was his turn to take action.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just announced that they are, quote, stepping back from their senior roles in the royal family.
But Harry didn't just step away. He continued the fight his mom had started.
I will not be bullied into playing a game that killed my mum.
Prince Harry taken legal action against the publisher of the Daily Mail newspaper over privacy breaches.
We will do everything we can to make sure that she's never forgotten and carry on all of the gifts that she had and that she portrayed while she was alive.
That's every mom's wish, to leave that kind of imprint on your kids.
And her legacy still lives on, not just in Harry and William, but millions of people around the world. She will continue to inspire many generations to come.
Let us go out tonight, tomorrow, and the days that follow, and let us demonstrate our humanity.